Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahawah Chakmadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who have taught us this word and teach us this word today. And I want to give a salutation unto the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Yatazakbal with the GMS Nebraska camp. This is GMS Endeavor. And in this lesson, what I want to get into is how these prophecies that we have been, speaking about and teaching, the prophecies that we read about in the scriptures, they're going to hit home, and what I mean is that, we've been teaching these things for years. We've been constantly saying the things that are going to come to pass, and we're at a place where we're seeing, prophecies fall into place, such as the RFID chip, for example. We see the infrastructure coming together for it, and we see it being implemented in certain, places in the world, but we're about to reach a time where we're not just going to see prophecy come to pass through the news, or in a way that doesn't really affect us, or we're not just going to be talking about prophecy and just speaking about it. We're reaching a time to where prophecy is going to be hitting us right in the face, to where it's going to hit home, to where the things that we speak about is going to be our reality, and these are the things such as, being attacked for what we believe. These are the things such as the price of groceries in the stores being completely unaffordable, or the grocery stores being, uh, you know, um, um, not being able to shop at the grocery stores. The grocery stores being ransacked. We're reaching a time to where the love of many is going to wax cold. The people who we are cordial with every day, and in our everyday life, are going to become our enemies for what we believe. We're coming into a time of persecution. We're coming into a time of chaos on the streets, and we say these things, but we're going to see this. This is going to be life for us. This ain't just words. This ain't just us just talking about something. This is what is going to happen, and what we are going to be, experiencing. We are going to see people die in front of us. We're going to experience death around us. And as the scriptures say in Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. And these words that we read in the scriptures, this comes from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. These prophecies come from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and nothing, none of the prophecies are going to come void. So the things that we read and the things that says that we're going to go through, they're going to happen. We can count on that. The scriptures say that the Lord speaks through the mouth of his prophets. So the things that we prophesy, we're going to go through these things. We're going to be faced with the hour of temptation, where it's either, take the chip or die, or take the chip, or you won't be able to live in a society. This is something that we're going to be faced with, and we have to really gird up our loins, and prepare our minds. Let's get James chapter 5, verse 10, where it says, take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. The prophets have always suffered affliction. The prophets have always been persecuted and attacked for the things that they were preaching. Through all the different empires, through all the different captivities that we were in. And the scriptures say that the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So with that being said, we're coming back in that same lot of being afflicted for what we're teaching, being afflicted, for what we are doing. A testimony was just given, about a brother who was, quote unquote randomly attacked, by somebody with a knife, and we believe it to be, a hit was put out on that brother for this for what we teach, for this testimony. And that shows right there that this thing is real. This thing, we're not just preaching some fairy tale. Our lives are on the line for what we believe in and for what we are doing. But let's read on. It says, "Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy." And the thing is, we have the Comforter, so even though we know that we're going to have to go through all this affliction and hardship, at the end of the day, we know that the Lord is merciful and that there is a reward at the end of it, and that we will be um, protected and taken care of. But that doesn't mean that we don't have to bear, and go through the trials that we have set before us in this truth. Because I speak about the prophets bringing out this scripture, but this goes for the men, women, and children who are in this truth that will have to suffer affliction. All of us are serving the Lord in our own way. Not all of us prophesy or teach. Everybody's serving the Lord within their lot. Everyone's doing the will of the Lord within their lot. And the scriptures say, if thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So these temptations and these hardships we preach about, they gonna hit home. Is gonna stop being a thing to where we're just teaching and talking about it. It's gonna be a thing to where we're experiencing it. Because the scriptures say that there's going to be a famine of the word. And when that time comes, that's going to be a time where we're not on the highways teaching these things anymore. It's going to be a time to where the things that we was teaching about is happening. To where there's martial law going on. To where, if you get caught out there preaching this or believing in this, then you'll get snatched up. This is going to be real life. So it's like, I believe there's one more precept I wanted to grab. Yep. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. And we'll end it on this. Where it says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you." And it's basically saying, like, don't be confused when these things start to happen. Don't be perplexed. Because these things were meant to happen to us. Yahweh Shai showed us the example of what we're going to have to go through, and it's been prophesied that we're going to have to go through these things. So now, the time that we're in, we're just preparing ourselves and um physically, mentally, and spiritually equipping ourselves to be ready for the time that we're coming into. We can't get into a mind of being lax or starting to become yeah, that's the best word I could think of, just becoming lax mentally about this truth. Because we're in a time to where this truth is at we're at the easiest area of it than we will ever be. But going forward, it won't be so easy to be in this truth. It's going to be a thing to where it's nothing but affliction. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to go through that time when you can't buy anything. You can't get anything that you need to get. It's gonna be hard once the people we know and love start to be put to death. That's gonna be a hard thing to go through, but we have we're gonna have to continue to walk, to continue to fight past these things. It says, "But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahweh Shai's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy." Because once the time comes and we have gone through all these things, that's when we will have received the victory. But we have to strive to get to the end. We have to, as the scriptures say, strive for the truth unto death. And press toward the mark. But on the path of getting to the end is treacherous ahead. And Lord's will, we are protected in the times that we're coming into. But I'll say once again, these prophecies are about to start to hit home, man. We see Trump enacting these different he's sending people to Alcatraz and talking about deporting people. He just put it out here, hey, you can deport yourself before ICE gets to you. But why do you? And he has it to where it's not just about illegal immigrants no more. He's deporting people who were born here, who have citizenship. Salakia. So why you think Trump doing that? That's because he's trying to get at us. The scriptures say that we're gonna be in prison. Let's not get too comfortable within this life that we're living. And we're getting to tough times, man, and we got to be ready for these things. We got to throw up prayers that we are protected, that we are that the Lord allows us to endure. So hey, Lord's will, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahawah Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS and a salutation unto the elect. Shalom.